Hi, I'm Vinita Contractor and I'm a holistic nutrition and lifestyle coach. In the previous episode, we talked about eating out as a vegan, and now we're going to go over some dairy-free alternatives so that we can make vegan desserts at home. I'm also going to show you how to make a very popular Indian dessert, Shrikhand, with a twist. Now here are some ways you can make just about anything vegan. You might think it's really hard and you might think that you can't really enjoy desserts if you turn vegan, but it's far from the truth. Most of our traditional Indian sweets all contain dairy, but there are alternatives. Coconut or almond milk instead of milk, nut butters instead of butter, cashew cream instead of malai, tofu can be replaced with paneer, and we can use coconut butter for ghee. There are also many other interesting and creative ingredients and ways of making vegan desserts. So let's dive in and get started with our Shrikhand with a twist. So here are the ingredients for the Amrakhand. We take cashews as our base. These are soaked for 4 to 5 hours and we discard the water before we start blending. Next is our sweetener. We take raisins because they have a sweet as well as tarty flavor, which is what we need for our Shrikhand. Instead of raisins, you could also take agave syrup. When you use either of these two, the end product will not change color too much. If you use dates or jaggery, the Shrikhand will look a bit different, so you don't want that. For our Amrakhand to become Amrakhand, we need amras. So we take mango pulp. Now, in case at the time of you making this recipe, if mangoes are not available, you can replace this with tender coconut malai or the coconut meat. Next, we have cardamom powder, elaichi powder, a bit of salt, lemon juice because you want that slight sour flavor, a little bit of water for blending. And for garnishing, we're going to use pistachio slivers, some saffron, and fresh mango pieces. Again, you could also use fresh fruit as per what is in season and even use raisins as your topping. So let's get started. I'm going to add all this to the blender. We need to strain out the water. And we're going to add all this to the blender now. In go the cashews. So except the garnishes, everything goes into the blender now. Lemon juice and a bit of water. Now we blend all of this together. We're going to add a bit more water. You may need to adjust as per your blender. So now we are done blending and I'm now going to show you what the texture is like. It should be creamy and smooth. This is what it should look like. And now I'm going to transfer it to the serving bowl. So our Amrakhand is out of the blender and now we're going to garnish it. We're going to add some pistachio slivers, some saffron, and some mango pieces. You could also do a little bit of raisins if you wish, or some berries if you don't have mangoes in season. Now this needs to be refrigerated for at least 4 hours before you consume it. It tastes great, nice and chilled. So let me have a taste. It's really nice and creamy. You would never know that it is not made from dairy. So do try this recipe and let us know how it turned out in the comments below. I'm looking forward to teaching you a very interesting recipe next time, kimchi. So stay tuned.